For my Schwarzkopf award, I decided to cycle around Cyprus. I was interested in how this island nation that straddles the eastern Mediterranean and is closer in proximity to Lebanon than it is to London could retain a European identity. Day one started somewhat uncomfortably. After an evening trying to find a soft place for my tent, I settled for a car park. A closed road though, for cars, immediately alerted me of Cyprus's beauty, but it wasn't long before the brutal heat pushed me to try the nation's famous breakfast. After a punishing day cycling 80 kilometres from Paphos to Limassol, I settled down to explore the wonderful city and have a cold beer, watching Cyprus play in a European football competition. Day 2 began with the decision to take a detour to explore one of the 4 towns in the world that sits in an UN buffer zone. I was unable to film inside, but I did capture a few abandoned airfields, and I was feeling really good until a puncher hit, and I warn you, this will become a theme.
Been trying to fix this wheel now for about an hour and a half. This is the face of a broken boy.
Chasing a petrol station with capabilities to help was tricky, but I found a random man who put me on the road to Ayia Napa, one of the world's most famous tourist destinations. Brits and other Europeans alike flocked to the town to experience an otherworldly nightlife. The next day, I ventured over the border into the northern side of Cyprus. I immediately noticed the lingering damage from the 1974 Turkish invasion, as well as no EU number plate and the stark difference in terms of aesthetic wealth compared to the south. After a quick bite of the greatest sandwich ever, I was back to solving tire problems and walking great distances. I finally found a tourist destination on the coast and uncovered that northern Cyprus is a hub of cross-border activity, with many expats settling due to low costs and incredible weather. I was even lucky to bond with a couple of Australians who gave me a lift to town to fix my wheel before it was time to head north over the mountains. Throughout the journey so far, I was shocked by the number of skeletal buildings that sat deserted by the side of the roads. Along the Cypriot landscape, there was always a number of adverts for dream homes for foreign workers. Sadly, however, demand had left half-completed jobs dotted around the island. The following days were punctuated by punctures and ingenious ways to fix them. I was glad then to eventually reach the beautiful city of Kyrenia, where I met Desi, who I probed regarding my project question and the nature of Cyprus's relationship with the rest of Europe.
I'm Desiree, I'm from Cyprus. I've lived in Kyrenia most of my life and I went to school in Nicosia. I'm now at university in the UK. I definitely feel more of a European citizen than I do a citizen of any other country, to be honest. Especially given the political situation in Cyprus, it's quite difficult to identify with the various strands of nationalism that are going on in the country. So being a European citizen has allowed me to study in Europe fairly freely, travel freely and study freely as a student, and has definitely given me more opportunities than my country alone would have. So one of the things that the European Union offers to young people, which is a great opportunity, are the Erasmus Plus youth exchanges that I had the opportunity to join recently, earlier this year. And the one I joined was actually on conflict resolution, so the participating countries were Greece, Cyprus, Armenia and Turkey, which are all very relevant countries for the situation in Cyprus. And it was definitely a unique opportunity to mingle, not amongst Cypriots alone, but also to sort of see how our culture compares relatively to the cultures that are so influential in our country, from Greece, Turkey and also Armenia. And also to get to know Armenian culture better, which is such a significant part of our population and our cultural makeup that we often neglect in Cyprus now due to the focus on the division. So thanks to the EU, I was able to join this youth exchange, and it definitely added a lot to my understanding of my own country, and I was really grateful that they included countries like Turkey and Armenia that aren't members of the EU, but obviously this was acknowledging their influence on countries within the EU as well.
Hello, I am on day 6 of my cycling tour. I am in the capital of Nicosia, just by Ledger Street. I'm about to do a walking tour, learning a lot about the history of the country and also kind of the contemporary dynamics in the last divided city and country, I suppose, in Europe.
After exploring Nicosia, I decided to track down the team that enables people like Desi to broaden their horizons. The following interview thus explores transnational projects for young Cypriots.
My name is Cleopulos. I am the project officer of YU for the last 1 year and a few months. YU is a non-governmental, non-profitable organization, and its main focus is on youth, and we work in the empowerment of young people, especially those that are more vulnerable in various issues, and to be socially included in the community of Cyprus. And we work in both local and international level. Here at YU we are very active in Erasmus+, and one of the purpose of Erasmus is to train people in social issues. For example, employability, social inclusion, human rights education, or environmental issues. And there are a lot of trainings happening around Europe which focus on those thematics, and their target groups are youth. And as we organize our own and we host people from abroad, we have our partners in Europe and not in Europe, also in the surrounding countries, that they organize their own programs, and our responsibility is to send them our members or our volunteers to take part in this activity, educate themselves, and further educate and improve our organization. I cannot find any reason for any young people not to participate in an Erasmus project. There are a lot of different kind of opportunities, from students in school to students in university to just young people, or even for not so young people. There are opportunities for everyone, and there is no reason of not trying at least one of those opportunities. You have an opportunity to go and learn something, but you will not learn it in any school or university. You are with a group of other international people, and you have the chance to meet not just people from the country that the project is happening, but also other people from different countries, and this will help you to open your horizon, open your heart, open your mind, and it will make you, after finishing this program, you will be definitely a different kind of person. The benefits that you will get are so many, and personally I have participated in like 30 of those.
Wow.
Half of them were in Cyprus, but I still getting new things every time. Every time it's like the first time I participated.
My findings so far from both these interviews, but conversations also from across the country, have shown that there is a great network of cross-border work designed to integrate young Cypriots and also foster tourism. I was curious, however, about the labour market. I agreed to interview Antonis Kafouros about the organisation EURES and what they can offer Cypriots and Europeans alike in the labour market.
Well, EURES in Cyprus is based under the umbrella of the Ministry of Labour, Welfare and Social Insurance, and especially under the Department of Labour, which is responsible for to find employment, for work, for unemployed people, not unemployment benefit, but the actual search for work and the matching between demand and supply That's where we're based.
Fitting.
We wanted to have a counselor in every city in Cyprus. So in one of our main offices, at least to have someone, a counselor, a juris advisor, where they could provide all the necessary information and help to people or to the employers that they're willing to hire from abroad.
And you have partners within Europe as well? Other Euros groups that are...
The Euros is a network that has partners in every member state, and not only. So imagine that at the moment we are a network of 31 national USS, and there is a network of more than 1,000 advisors spread around all Europe. So it's easy for the network to help people to find what they're looking for, just because of this vast and very well trained Euros network.
And how do you see the kind of future of the organisation? Do you think it's going to be, not in terms of size, but would it keep matching it in the same way it's doing with the portal? Or
I have to ask you something. I have to ask. I mean, the labour market is it's something that you can't take anything for granted. Let's say 5 years from now, we may have a totally different situation. We had a different situation during our economic crisis, so it depends on how you see things. Sometimes we help people that they can't find a job to go and find the job that they want abroad. Sometimes maybe because the economy is running smoothly, we don't have enough people for the businesses, so we try to help the businesses to find the people from abroad. So it depends on how you see it and how the labor market operates at a certain given time, and that can change so quickly.
So
it's amazing.
Do you have to make predictions?
We have to be quick.
Okay, so you adapt to the labour market.
We have to.
You can't feel like we might have you can't predict those that
No.
Fine.
And we do have a planning every year, but things back into your head. You have to start thinking, oh my God, if things change, I have to act quickly to cater for a need that that we may.
After these excursions in Nicosia, it was time to finish the cycle. More punchers, but more lovely strangers helped me continue along the way, with the magnificent Cypriot landscape my constant companion on this adventure. The final day involved a magnificent cycle over the hilltops and down into Paphos, where I parked my bike, somewhat poetically, by a cycling mural. What an adventure.
Airport after a couple of weeks, hundreds of kilometres, a number of big cities, too many small villages, and I've done a lap of the country, which has been unbelievable. I've learned so much about the country, the culture, its future, its past, and I also learned a lot about me, and I can't wait to share all of the interviews and the information I picked up along the way with you guys. But yeah, thanks for joining me on the ride. It's been a whole lot of thanks, and thanks to the foundation for supporting this project.